expression of ideas. He allows conversations. This
All right,
right
guys, I'm
here
sure you saw
could have
Charlie
been
Kirk has
prevented
been
by the
shot
person
at a
that
Turning Point
disagrees with
USA
me coming
event
up to the microphone like
at the
Charlie
University
allows
of
me to
Utah.
and having a conversation. We have a problem in this country where we can't talk to each other. We resort to
It's
violence. We
it's
resort to
um
protesting. We resort to screaming at each other.
it's not
And
looking good at all.
we're praying as
From what
hard
I
as possible
saw,
for Charlie and
the
his family today.
footage,
But this is heartbreaking. The
it
fact
looked
that this even happened and the fact that there was
apparently this is the
this
shooter
shooting
right
here.
here.
This is
He
the guy
did
that
nothing
shot
wrong
him?
with
They're
this. This is
carrying him
University of
away.
Utah College campus, the place that's supposed to be.
I've seen the video up close. And from what I saw, it's not good. It does not look good at all. It looked like he lost way too much blood from what I saw. He was shot around this area right here, right above the neck, like right. I couldn't tell which side it was. Either this side or this side, right near your jugular carotid artery. And the hole opened up and just like a fucking river, dude. It was
This is the guy
not
that shot
good.
him?
Not good at all.
Would greatly appreciate that. Please bow your heads in prayer with me. Dear God, we don't know why bad things happen to good people. We don't know why this situation happened on this campus. But before we say anything, Lord, just please be with Charlie. Please be with my friend. Please be with the friend of everyone in this audience. Please be with the person that has inspired millions of people.
We have the president right here.
Please be with the father. And
We
the
must pray for
husband.
Charlie Kirk, who's been shot.
Please
A
be with
great guy
doctors
from
who
top to
are
bottom. God bless
currently
him.
with him right
That's
now
from the
in
president.
Utah Hospital. Please be with his immediate team that saw this, that is still with him. Please be with his wife, Erica. Please be with his 2 young children.
There he is with, I don't know who that is, but Don Jr. and the VP.
Please be with them. Lord, we don't have the answers.
It's not
We
looking
don't
good. From
know
what I saw,
happened, but please,
it's
please put your hedge of
not good
protection
at
around
all.
his family.
It looked
Put it on
instant
him today.
to me,
In your holy
the way
precious
from
name.
what I saw.
Amen.
In Jesus' name, we're praying for a miracle in this situation because him surviving something like this, just
If he
think
survives
about
this, it will literally be a
powerful
miracle.
testimony, because you know that Charlie will be right back at it. He'll be out there and he will be speaking this truth. And let's talk about that, Brian, before I let you go here, man. Thanks
not
so
good.
much for calling in. The fact of truth versus the lies. The fact
We've
of
Asman
God
Gold's
versus
take. Anyone surprised at
evil,
what happened?
you know?
Charlie
It's
Kirk
just-
hasn't been paying
isn't
attention.
it
Go
what
anywhere,
we've
Reddit,
seen
Twitter, etc.
already
You'll find
out there?
thousands
Now
of
we've been
unhinged direct
reminded
calls
of it.
to
And I
violence
think
over
the problem is
politics.
sometimes, Brian,
Until it's addressed for
we
what it
kind
is,
of
things
talk about it when something
things like this will
happens, and
continue to
we laugh it
happen.
off and we act like, oh, it's just, whatever. At the end of the day, it's good versus evil, isn't it?
It's good versus evil. This is not Republican versus Democrat. And today, evil tried to take a life that means so much to all of us. And I mean, for so long, the left has preached tolerance, but far too often, all they do is show hostility towards any person on either side of the aisle who dares to speak the truth. I mean, all of us should be having conversations, not silencing one another. And a miracle is what we need right now. That's what Charlie needs. That's what his doctor needs. And I keep saying
He's
it.
in critical condition at the
To be
hospital
able
to be
go
shot,
on
so
with
he's
Erica is
wow.
incredibly
I didn't think he'd be in critical condition. I thought he's gone.
Who's been beside him, who travels with him, and his 2 young children, again, probably at a daycare somewhere. Not
Is that Charlie?
this, not deserving this, not understanding this, because none of us ever will.
Holy shit.
Please, I encourage your audience, before reacting, before jumping to garbage pitchforks and protest this, please pray.
In Jesus' name, I agree with you, Brian. Thanks so much for joining us here on Inside.
Have a blessed day.
It is,
Fucking pandemonium. Oh my god.
are saying right
At least they
now,
had
disclosure
vehicles and everything ready to go just in case something
Charlie Kirk
happened.
in critical condition at the hospital after being shot at the Utah Valley University event. That from Disclose.tv right there. Okay, so we're hearing that report from a number of
Wow.
sources right now. Just in critical condition.
Just fucking heartbreaking, dude.
He's there.
Maybe it came from one of these buildings.
I'm going to believe and doesn't this really make us...
Someone also said on Twitter there's a hospital very close to the campus, so maybe they could get him into
Now we're
something
like,
real quick. I
okay.
don't know.
This all happened around 12:20, we're told, from the spokesperson there, Jordan Conradson with the Gateway Pundit. saying conservative students say they feel uncomfortable and like they're in danger.
You think?
Baltimore needs to do something about these radicals intimidating other students. This is 22 minutes ago. The Gateway Pundit just retruthed that. Again, Elon Musk saying 31 minutes ago on X, the left is the party of murder. Just tracking with all of these different stories here. Elon Musk also saying the shot looked
The left
a
is the
little
part,
bad,
yeah.
but I sure hope Charlie makes it somehow. James O'Keefe says O'Keefe team at headquarters is all standing unified and lifting Charlie Kirk up in prayer right now, and he needs prayers.
It's not looking good, dude. From what I
Exactly
saw.
what I think's happening at the White House. It's exactly what I think's happening at various conservative businesses and conservative media outlets, and everyone's praying, you know? So why don't we do this? Let's do this. Do we either believe or we don't? And, you know, we have to just try, right? Let's really, 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 really believe. Let's really believe and ask God. He's in critical right now. Doesn't mean he's gone. Let's ask God to make this happen. And then
It was
for
this side right
more
here.
and more protection out there, whether it's from the power of God and his angels and the Holy Spirit, plus more security or bulletproof vests or whatever needs to happen now. It's awful.
You need to start having bulletproof
That's really, really
encasings.
I'm going to do that. I really believe that this is going to work out. He's going to survive this. I just pray and believe it. Why not? What do you want me to say? I don't believe that he's going to make it. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. And I'm not talking about everybody out there. That I believe that most of you agree with me. So let's just pray. We pray in the power and the blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We pray that he survives this, and that this testimony is going to be so powerful for this country and for this world. As Glenn Beck is saying, pray for a healing and a miracle. So we are also believing that. Wow. All right.
Okay.
So
Hold on to that for me. Maybe take a good step to your left, just to get you in the sun. Come over here a little bit more.
Maybe an eyewitness.
There you go.
Man, there's beautiful mountains.
Look right at me. Try to ignore this camera.
Dude, it's tough. If you've seen the video, it's
That would help, wouldn't it?
very tough to watch. It does not look good at
First
all.
question is your name, please.
Darren Brunson.
Spell your name for me, Darren.
Darren, D-E-R-O-N, Brunson, B-R-U-N-S-O-N.
And you were there?
Yeah, I was there. I was watching him. I was probably about, if you look at the stage and you look at about maybe 3 o'clock from his position, about 3 o'clock, 2:30, that's where I was. I was right at him. And I was looking at him when I heard like it was a direct shot to the heart. It looked like right where his heart is, it started going red. He fell back and went to his side.
Yep.
And then I looked down at the crowd, and it looked like the crowd, they all went to their knees really fast. I kind of didn't go to my knees as fast as everybody because I wanted to see if anyone who was close to the shooter would be trampling all over that person. And I saw nothing like that at all. It just, everyone had dropped down, and for a few moments, they were just not moving. Then people started getting up and moving, and the crowd started pushing me, and they pushed me so that I was basically backstage. And then when I was kind of backstage, I was kind of there, and I turned and looked, and they are arresting a guy by the name of George Zim, who I know, I've met him before, and I know.
How do you know him?
I just know him through, I've seen him at different events. He was always a person that would go to Trump rallies and all kinds of political events. He was always there, and he would always make his way. He was always there for people that were running for different positions in government, whatever. So he's just kind of I think he was kind of popular. He was just kind of, but he's not.
It doesn't look
altogether.
good at all.
He was being arrested, very calm. They arrested him, and they took him, and they took him.
And you're confident it was him?
No, I'm confident of who they arrested.
Wow.
They arrested a guy by the name of George Zim. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm not saying
Source tells me Charlie is stable from Tim Pool.
Yeah. Who
Praise
they
God.
arrested was George Zim. Oh, yeah, because I know him. I saw him.
But
I
you're
know
not
him.
saying he's the shooter.
No, I'm not
I
saying
want
he's
to make
a
sure
shooter.
we're clear, so we don't want to
Yeah.
falsely accuse someone of this.
Right. In my opinion, I don't think George Zim was the shooter. Because this would have had to been a direct shot to the heart. It had to been by somebody who can withstand the pressures of a crowd, not be nervous, and just one shot right directly to the heart.
It wasn't to the heart, it was to the
and they
neck.
get away with it. This guy's broke. He lives on Social Security, probably on some medication, too crazy. I don't know if he even knows how to use a gun or even get his hands on a gun.
Well,
now, why isn't that important to you? Why isn't that information important to you?
Because I don't want us to falsely accuse him and like get his name out there as he's possibly the shooter. If he's not,
I'm saying he's not.
Suspect.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not. I'm giving you my opinion. You should want to know. If you're a journalist, an investigative journalist, you would say, yeah.
Apparently, the shooter, we don't know. Allegedly, this it could be, it could not be. We don't know.
They pick a guy that's kind of crazy, that has nothing like that. It had to be, when you're in a crowd, you got to be calm, cool, collective. And if it's a handgun, you're going to aim it right directly and get off that one shot. Then nobody's going to tramp around you. Where exactly was this shooter is what I'd like to know.
That's what we're trying to find out. We've got other crews around. It's not just me. We've got a bunch of other crews that's looking into that. Like I said, I just don't want to falsely accuse him. They arrest him because they think he's a suspect. Okay, sure, person of interest. Let me put it that way. Okay. Going back to your experience, you said you got pushed almost backstage, correct?
Yeah, the crowd was going backstage, so I got up and went with the crowd.
Active shooter in Colorado too. Holy fuck!
I hung around backstage as the crowd went ahead of me, and I was curious, what's going on? And then that's when I turned to look, and I saw George Zimmerman, and I actually saw them put the cuffs on him, very calm, very collected, and they just scooted him down. And as he was scooting him down, I don't know what happened, but his pants fell down, so he's in his underwear.
Okay.
I almost wanted to say, George, did you do it? Did you do it? But I was that close, I could have yelled that to him, but I didn't.
So he was close to the shooter.
No, I haven't.
What brought you out here today? Why'd you here?
I'm kind of a fan of Charlie Kirk, and some friends invited me to come, and I thought, yeah, I'd come. I've watched some of his videos, and
That place is shut down.
And what he's meant.
I'm guessing from the hat that you voted for the current president.
Yeah, and they were throwing out these hats, and I happened to be someone in the crowd that got one.
Were you hoping to get a question or talk to Charlie Kirk?
No, I just wanted to be there.
Just wanted to watch.
See what was happening.
How many people would you say were there?
Gosh, I don't know. I would say maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people. They're around that blow, at least 1,000. But an interesting thing is he was shot right during the question about guns, and that was the second person asking a question. On the subject of guns, most importantly was talking about these transvestites have guns, and should they be allowed to have a gun? And then boom, he was shot in the heart. That's just too suspect for me.
It's a big coincidence, for lack of a better term. Were you guys escorted out by police?
No,
Did they just tell you to disperse?
Everyone just ran. It looked like
there were so many people.
Everyone just got out of there.
Police presence to just tell you, everyone was just kind of following the crowd as we followed the crowd. And then when I watched George Zinn get arrested and followed him to the car, I think all the police were busy there. There wasn't enough police presence to basically push anybody away. Yeah.
You got out on your own.
Oh, did we lose it? This is insane, dude. This is fucking crazy right now. Insane. Insane.
To remain silent. And so what we're hoping for, and what
so apparently right now, from what we've gathered,
let this be. I don't want to.
From what the video I saw, shot around here in the neck. There was a nice sized hole. You could see it.
And then I want
and
Charlie when he's
on this side, and below it just like a fucking river.
Speaking.
And it looks like they rushed him to the hospital right away.
It's going to be awesome to cover it. It's going to be awesome to interview Charlie. It's going to be awesome to say hello to Charlie. We're going to believe it. We're going to believe it's going to happen. there's just a lot going on. Right
Apparently
now.
saying he's
There's-
stable
I have no
here. I don't.
teleprompter. I'm here
Man,
with
from what
you
I
live.
saw,
We're just seeing this happen.
it
as
did not
we,
look good.
Have seen it since what, a couple hours ago at this point, and we're just monitoring the latest as we get it here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. So there's a lot of footage out there that we're seeing. According to Fox,
Apparently
the
he's-
shooter
he's-
who
he's
targeted
there.
Charlie Kirk has been
He's with us.
identified as Michael Mallinson from Utah. Celebrating World As Day in the Yorkshire Dales. This is the post that I'm seeing on there. All alleged, of course. Footage from Utah Valley University shows the scene just moments before Charlie. Okay, I'm just reading through as you guys are out there. So if you're just watching, basically what we're going to do together here.
Our country is
we're
so
gonna monitor
fucking broken,
social media.
dude.
We're going to hear from any sources that come through.
All over political
through anybody like so
fucking-
I reached out to a number of people, and we're all going to just track the latest on this together. And
This is crazy.
As you're watching or as you're on your phones, I'm sure we're all doing the same thing. So now we're hearing a developing report. At least 2 students were shot at a Denver area high school, authorities say. That, according to local affiliate KTEN. That's on Breaking 911. Again, there's just a lot of footage that we're seeing, and I think what the latest you can do at this point is
That's crazy. Now we got a shooting at a high school.
and then monitor the latest of what's going to happen.
This is right before the event.
Hospitalization and the reports there. We're hearing that he's in a critical condition, and we also heard from one of the eyewitnesses. So, Director, let's play that as we heard from one of the students that was at this TPUSA.
I don't want to watch the video.
at
I seen
the,
it close
Utah
up. It
Valley
doesn't look good.
University, just
It
south
looks
of
like he's done.
Salt Lake City.
I saw Charlie Kirk get shot. He collapsed in his seat. He fell over to the side. He was carried off. He had blood on his arms. He had blood on his shirt. He was dragged off and carried out of the venue. There was a gunshot that rang out.
You okay?
No, stupid
I'm not
question.
okay.
So
I saw
stupid.
people get shot today.
Yeah, dumb question.
Okay, so I mean, if you've been watching for the past couple hours, you're up to date on the latest. But the latest we know is at about 12:20, the gunman was in a building about 200 yards away. Shots, not shots fired as in plural. There was
one shot off. He
as
probably
the
shot
woman
once
saw
and
the
ran.
tape. Charlie was hit. His security personnel took him to the hospital. We're hearing reports that he is in critical condition.
Apparently
The
he's stable,
country
though they're saying,
as a
which is
whole,
if that's
when it comes
crazy.
to people
But when I
in
saw,
state,
man,
we're
it
praying
looked like he was gone.
We've been praying on the air here. We've been covering this live as it's unfolded. We've seen the video of the students running from the scene. We have that video as well, and this is stuff that everybody's monitoring.
Guess this is
on
the
social
area.
media. So that's the latest we know here at Right Side Broadcasting.
Yep, it
Network.
was. I saw it. It was terrible.
Obviously, a
Horrible
scene
fucking
there,
sight.
from
It was right after.
just
That's a
few
10. I think
hours
he was
ago
at.
at Utah Valley State or at Utah
Maybe.
Valley
No, because the tent looked
University,
there was like a street behind him ready to
just
go
south
in case
of,
something
Salt
happened.
Lake City. So what we will do now is we're going to continue to see and stand by for any of the latest information as per his condition. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is take one more commercial break. We're going to reach out to a few of our folks to get some interviews here and get some people talking about the greatness of Charlie Kirk. I mean, a great dude. We'll be right back here on Right Side.
Mr. Beast in the iPhone.
Welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network, your trusted conservative news outlet. At RSBN, we deliver the truth when the mainstream media falls short. Since 2015, we've proudly broadcasted every single one.
Were they live streaming a show?
Iconic MAGA rallies, bringing you the excitement and energy live before anyone else. By watching RSBN, you get a
Wow, what a
unfiltered
piece of shit.
front row view of the action on the ground. We interview the crowds to give a voice to millions of Americans just like you. We show you President Trump's speeches in their entirety, free from interruptions and censorship. We cover the stories.
This is where it was right here. This is where he was sitting, and they had the street right here to go. So they shot him here. He fell on this side. He fell like right there. They put him in the car right here and took off. So from what I saw, he just fell and the video cut. So I didn't see all this back here where he had like an escape route at, basically. So if they were able to get him out and put, pressure and really fucking close that wound up and hold it, they might be able to save him. They might be. That's fucking crazy, dude, that this happened. Dude, they fucking shot Charlie Kirk just for having a different opinion political wise. We need this is our country is broken. It's fucking crazy. Let's see what Crowder has to say.
Everyone here I know has been praying for Charlie Kirk, the Kirk family, the state of our country, obviously. And right
It's
away,
hard to watch, dude. I'm a grown man. I'm like on the verge of tears. It's fucking bad.
Yet, but I do know what they're saying is wrong. They're saying this is something now that, just heard them say, this plagues both sides. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't plague both sides.
We don't do this
One
stuff.
side has to risk their life.
Conservatives do not
to
do this
express
stuff.
Opinions, and the other acts with complete impunity.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I've been in that situation and been called a Nazi. And Charlie Kirk, all of us have. We've all been called Nazis, fascists, and just like President Trump being shot, my God, some people out there believe it. And let's. Why is Charlie Kirk a Nazi? Why is he a Nazi? He's one of those Israel-supporting Nazis, apparently. Why is he?
Yeah, he
more
supports
of a Nazi
Israel.
than you or the next guy? Because he supports lower taxes. Because he thinks we should have borders. And he gets shot.
Things are going to change big time after this.
Changes everything. You can say both sides if you're talking about presidents. Yeah. You can't say both sides, that both sides go out into public with the same level of fear as non-officer.
So I took them out, and they probably went this way out there.
Expressing an opinion. And now they're saying this is really just shows we need to bring down the we need to bring down the temperature.
Yeah, I plan on just coming on here today and streaming some Mass Effect, and
after the bullets fly,
this is crazy.
I tell you, the temperature can be brought down when you uncall him, us Nazis.
Yeah, you're a fucking retard when you call someone a Nazi. You even know your fucking history at all? You don't.
Genocidal maniacs trying to erase trans people. When you unring that bell, then we can talk about bringing down the temperature. But right now, someone with opinions that up until 4 years ago, give or take, would be offensive to nobody, is shot. And because economic policy, his kids don't deserve to have a dad.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's got two very young sons and son and
because
daughter.
He doesn't think that kids should be given puberty blockers, and because he has the balls to go out and say it.
Yeah.
In public, as opposed to from behind a news desk. Now this
changes everything,
moment,
dude. This is.
It could be any of us on a laundry list of people.
Yeah.
And so the culture now, and this is what really sucks, it's terrorism.
It is.
It's, do you want to go out and try and change hearts and minds? Do you want to affect the country?
You're going to see people speaking from now on behind bulletproof casings.
Do you want to enough to not leave your children fatherless? How much do you want to express that people should have the right to free speech? How much do you want to? Because you just may get shot. You know what else? It's not.
That's insane.
I hate to speak this, but it's. You think this stops here?
No.
Do you think this stops here? I see people online say, "Oh, I wish the bullet a happy day."
Yeah.
Shit like that. You think this stops here? It's very clear that this is what.
This is war.
A clear sign of
feels like war.
The response makes it even clearer. Because the response is both sides, man. Tell you what. When you can unring the bell of calling us and Charlie Kirk, calling everyone on this side of the political spectrum a Nazi.
A Nazi. You're fucking retarded if you think you call him a Nazi. You have no idea what Nazis are.
The biggest domestic terror threat that exists, white, straight, conservative males. Until you can unring that bell, there's no calming it down. There's no let's let these temperatures simmer, because the bullets were fired on your command, not ours, on your command.
Yeah, you don't see conservatives doing stuff like this. It's all crazy radical leftists.
Supreme, unfettered aggressivity. The only language that these people,
It's violence.
radical leftists, and yeah, a lot of the media speak, is fear and violence.
Yep.
That's the only language they speak.
That's all they know.
We don't
You gotta
burn
go
down
back
cities,
at them.
And of course, we shouldn't start.
Yeah.
Let's let temperatures cool. No, because if we all do that, you get away with it. God forbid those. I don't even want to say, Charlie. At best, a life-altering injury, and you can say, yeah, but then afterwards we realized. No, you knew before, you know now, and now so do we. And it is going to be painful, and it should be for the people who put us in this place.
It's not looking good at all. I don't want to see the video again. It's fucking very sad.
The right side of history, and God is with Charlie. On this side,
One can only hope.
And the same with all of us that are believers out there. He's with us. He said he won't leave us or forsake us. God said that, so we believe in what he says to us, and we can believe in his word because he never lies. That's awesome about God, I'll tell you. 419, Wednesday, September 10th. Again, guys, do we see any Justine yet? Okay, they'll let me know when she hops on the line there. That'll be any minute from now, as it's about 4:20, 4:21 here on the East Coast. Now we're seeing, again, other reports. Again, this is something that...
You're gonna get a ton of conflicting reports
exactly what happens
back and
on
forth.
social media.
You're not gonna get the truth until you get the
Early on, it
truth.
says it's this, then it's that. I'm talking about the alleged shooter in this case. Open source intel, OSINT 613. This is a social media account. Not that I just picked out of thin air and said I'm just going to follow these guys. President Trump's team and President Trump posted an article from Open Source Intel, which is on X months ago, and they're saying that Charlie Kirk's shooter is not in custody.
Holy shit.
So we'll see what the latest is. Is the alleged shooter that man that we're seeing or not?
It may not be.
Police now are saying the person first taken into custody after the Utah Valley University shooting was not the shooter. According to law enforcement and a university spokesman said earlier reports of a suspect
he wasn't the shooter.
Were incorrect. Videos had
Holy
shown an older
shit.
man being detained, but officials have clarified he was not responsible. So we're seeing this.
We saw the guy talking earlier saying it wasn't him either, George Zim.
Alleged shooter. We don't say this is. We say this is the suspect. We don't say this is the guy that did it. Especially here in the media. I mean, I'm not saying that's the guy. I'm just saying this is the alleged shooter. Now, what we're seeing, just like you're seeing, this is all live and on the fly right now, guys. I mean, Raw Alerts is saying this. Some other sources are saying this. That this. The shooter may not be in custody right now.
Still in the loose.
That's what we're seeing out
He
there.
or she.
Obviously, I'm not in Utah. I'm not on the phone with Utah authorities. That's obviously we have producers and others here that can work.
This
on
is
that.
fucking crazy, dude.
We're just
This is
here live
insane
with the
right now.
report as we see it, 421 Wednesday, September 10th. Right now, looking at various reports out
I don't want to say it. That's a great view, though, because it was this side.
So, again, now the New York Times saying the same thing, that the shooter
Oh, wow.
is not in custody. So we'll see. Glenn Beck out there saying that Charlie has a pulse. We're monitoring everything as we can.
Did you say the New York Times said that?
We're also seeing the reports that this is all interesting on the fly here, because some of these reports from about 15 minutes ago, according to Fox, was saying that the shooter who targeted Charlie Kirk has been identified as, and now I'm not even going to say the guy's name because it might not even be him.
Yeah.
So we're just monitoring.
We don't
it.
know anything
More
yet.
Importantly, I mean, more importantly, obviously, we're praying for Charlie to survive. But outside of that, to the suspect, if he's on the loose, now there's a whole manhunt for this situation. If that's the case.
About this on the air, but
So
trust me, I've been doing this for a long time. There are things that you do have to do, and it didn't appear to have those things happening there with Charlie. And
So we got Megan Kelly and
is-
Glenn Beck.
in this world now, if you are making a difference, you are going to be a target.
Yep.
Period. And it could come from any side, any side. And I pray for Charlie. I pray for the Republic. But I also pray for people like you, Megan, and everybody else who is in this industry, that they please pray for protection and take the time to learn about protection and spend the money. Spend the money if you have to. But
Stay strapped,
alive.
friends. Stay strapped.
We've lost Dennis Prager, one of the greatest voices for God, I think, and to the youth with Prager University.
What do you mean we've lost Dennis? I mean, he had a terrible accident. He was hurt, but the last report I heard was he was doing a little better.
I shouldn't have said. Dennis, I pray he comes back and he is able to do the things that he can. I know he can write books, but I don't know if.
You mean we lost him in the way we used to have him?
Thank you. We've
There
lost
we
him the
go.
way we've had him. And he is an important voice. If, God forbid, we lose Charlie, we can't afford to
Yeah, so
lose
21 minutes
voices.
ago,
And these
per Glenn
people
Beck,
are
he was talking right now.
serious about
Charlie Kirk is
stopping
pretty stabilized in
They're
the hospital, is
serious about it.
taking blood
If they
now.
have control of the government, they ban all of us. If they don't have control of the government, it's clear they just kill all of us. This is a very dangerous death cult we're dealing with. We have to start taking it seriously.
I am not ready to go to air with what I'm reading, Glenn, but I don't feel hopeful. Okay, I'll just say that. Do not feel hopeful. And I haven't felt hopeful since I saw the video before I came on the show. If that was real, there's just no way one can survive it.
That video was real. I heard from an eyewitness said it was like a water fountain coming in.
Yeah, I saw it. It's not good.
So that video is real, and I don't know how he survived. I don't know how he survived that.
I pray so hard for his family and for everybody at Turning Point too. I mean, he's their leader. You know, this young, upstart, strong, fun, funny, spicy guy who
I'm
would
checking
go anywhere, would talk to anyone.
Twitter here too, my
You know,
phone,
I
to
said
see if it gave me
earlier, he and I
updates.
we have an event together in 2 weeks in Virginia. I was
Me
going to
too.
one of those campuses with him.
Me too.
I don't know. I feel like everyone over there must be so traumatized. And I worry for our children. You know, my kids love him. I know that they're praying that right now too. My husband, we have a family text chain. My husband texted saying, there's some upsetting news. Please come right home and do not look at the internet. And unfortunately, they're kids, they're teenagers, and they'd already seen it. It's these videos. It happened in a public place. There were millions of cameras. Everybody had their iPhone. It's what you do at a Charlie Kirk event. It's what Charlie wants you to do. He loves it when the
So
clips
she's
go
saying she has
viral and
information
his
she doesn't want to
messages and
talk
his
about. But
exchanges
what
with
I'm
people
seeing from people on
get
Twitter
as great a circulation
is
as
that
possible. And if this is the ultimate exchange that he had,
they're saying he's stable and getting blood transfusions, but who knows?
I found out from my daughter on the phone, and she's not the same. She'll never be the same.
right? Right. This is a level.
They still don't have
level
anyone in
from
custody
everyone
yet, though.
involved. Every eyewitness, everyone who loves Charlie. You're exactly right. It's like he's a friend. Like for me, Glenn, I remember, you know, there was this weird period, and you can relate to this too, because I was on the outs with Trump, you know, or so people thought. You know, he and I had made up, but I definitely wasn't his favorite. And when I launched this show, it was that way. And for the first year or so, MAGA definitely had some questions like, I don't know, I'm not sure, And even I at that time didn't know. I knew I voted for Trump and I was like supporting him, but I still had questions, I was still kind of licking my wounds. And Charlie reached out and asked if I would go on his show.
Damn.
And I remember thinking, that's a big risk for him because he doesn't know whether his audience is going to like me. He's actually taking a risk here. And I appreciated it because like Charlie doing that was in a way like a kindness to me.
Can I tell you something, Megan?
Yeah.
I'm looking
it's
through
more of a kindness
it's
because I think he did know you would not be good for the audience.
Yeah.
He knows his audience.
Damn.
He knew it was going to cost him a price.
I'm watching the video again from a different angle. Oof.
But he did it anyway.
How if he's alive, it sounds almost impossible.
Different voices and bringing people together. I think it's very gracious the way you're saying it, but I think it's even more than that. It's even more than that.
Well, at that moment, a
holy shit!
Beautiful friendship was formed
from Disclose TV. Justin Charlie Kirk pronounced dead at 31.
Charlie, I knew what the right wing says about Charlie. These more established right wing, which is they didn't like him. They did not like him in the same way they did not like MAGA. They just thought he was terrible. So many more establishment Republicans.
This was 9 minutes ago.
Charlie, and I'd begun listening to him, and in the same way, it's not dissimilar from Mike Davis, who was also like crapped on by so many more establishment types in the GOP. And I was like, no, this guy's brilliant. I'm telling you, like, as a lawyer, I can tell you this guy's actually really smart. By the way, he's been right about literally everything. And I started listening to Charlie. I'm like, he's actually quite special. This guy's combination of talents is very rare. And you could see, I've said it to him, you're going to be president someday. You're definitely going to be president. He's only 31 years old. What could he possibly do for us? The list is so long. Endless promise, endless fulfillment, endless influence. And it's been thrilling to watch his rise over the past couple of years. And I've been honored to be any small part of the show. He's
apparently
a part of mine too.
Disclose TV, he's not, it's not looking, he's gone.
Wonderful. He was coming on my tour with me. I was going to the campuses with him. Because it worked. We had a mutual have respect for one another. There's a love. There's kind of a love and a respect. And behind the scenes at these turning point events, we'd laugh and we'd make fun of each other and everybody and all the untouchable figures in a way you can when you're family. In a way you can when you're family. You can say anything about anything. You do anything for the person, as he would for me and I would for him and I would for you and you would for me and him too. And I know that. So it's just so bizarre. It is right. You're right. 2 of my friends have been shot. Look at him here on stage with his wife and his 2 beautiful children. He just had, that's Erica. He just had a son. His daughter is now about 2.
Damn.
This just came in from the New York Post. The reporter reports, I asked Trump how Charlie Kirk is doing. Not well. He's not doing well.
Damn.
Quote, it looks very bad. How Trump is feeling, not good. Using the past tense. He was a very, very good
Bro, when I'm
mine,
seeing too, it does not look good.
Person. I will say Gavin Newsom tweeted this out. The attack on Charlie Kirk is disgusting, vile, and reprehensible. In the United States of America, we must reject political violence in every form. That's right. There are news outlets reporting the worst right now, Glenn.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm waiting for before I report it. I trust Just the News. I trust Deseret. What are we waiting for, like the AP to say it? We don't trust them more than we trust these. They're reporting that Charlie has died. That he's dead. At the age of 31. Which he would have to be if that video was real.
I can't watch that.
We're seeing a report from the Speaker of the House of Utah. Just the News is obviously one of our conservative friends at that network. and a reliable source. So when there are 3 sources reporting the same thing, and then there's one that's very trustworthy,
it's going to get real ugly out there, folks.
So, Charlie Kirk has reportedly passed away at the age of 31 years old. It's 4:32. So we see that someone that stands.
It's going to get real ugly out there, people.
Country, has lost his life today. He was born October 14th, 1993. So, all right. We pray in Jesus' name, God, for the family of Charlie Kirk right now and for the country as we learn this news that that Charlie Kirk has lost his life and that he is in heaven right this second. I'm believing that, you know, the 2 angels, because I've spoken to people that have seen this kind of stuff, and I believe in, who doesn't believe in angels and demons? I mean, if you don't, you know, whatever, but that 2 angels took Charlie Kirk's soul right to heaven right away. And he's there and he sees Jesus, he sees God, he sees heaven. This is the real thing that he's experiencing right this second.
It's looking like it's true. It's looking like Charlie Kirk's passed away at the age of 31.
Let's go to the White House there. We're just going to look at the
It's only
White House
31.
as,
Holy fucking shit.
Here on right side.
This is insane, dude. This is fucking crazy right now. And the shooter's still out there right now. It's just insane. This is fucking crazy. So 35 minutes ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene's been told he's alive, but I don't, folks, from what I saw, it's not looking good. And it's all over the internet too, this poor guy. 37 seconds ago, some breaking 911. Charlie Kirk has been assassinated at the age of 31. Damn. Fucking insane, dude. We're about to be in a whole different world, people. Things are going to get very, very ugly very, very quick. I can fucking type. That's not the man. This is fucking crazy right now. I don't think these guys would be lying. I don't think that, you know, they would just do this without knowing. This is fucking crazy.
Saw, of course, still very uncertain in some of the kind of outcome of all of this. Right now, reporting AP is that he's in critical condition. Let's listen into some of this here on Live Now from Fox.
Well, we're seeing it's looking not
What
good.
happened?
Well, I can tell you that us standing in the question line, there were a bunch of different people with a bunch of different people. Sure. Who were all talking to each other. I was helping a person of a different viewpoint actually role play to ask.
If the worst has happened, people, things are gonna change big time. So there's gonna be a lot of bad shit happening in this country.
And all the shooter did today is take the ability for us to come together and share different discussions, and they completely took that away from us. And anybody that has any idea of doing something like this in the future, that is all you're doing is taking away our ability as Americans. Myself as a
You're gonna have to do it in a. You're gonna have to have some kind of bulletproof glass around you.
with different viewpoints, and all you did was strip that ability for us to talk and have discourse and share ideas with each other. You strip that away from us.
Bro, what the fuck happened to our country? The left has just turned this country into a fucking horrible place.
Kind of describe that.
We were all watching Charlie. Well, the first question was a question about LDS, which, of course, you know, typical Utah, right? Oddly enough, the very second question
About gun violence.
that was asked when it happened had to do with transgender shooters, right? And I'm not saying that the shooter was transgender. I have no idea, and I don't think it's right for anybody to speculate as to whether or not that shooter was transgender. But conveniently enough, the very question that was being answered while Charlie got shot was a question about shooters and transgender. And the fact of the matter is that the shooter has issues. It's not whether or not they're transgender. It's not whether or not
It's
they're
violence.
black, yellow, orange, green, like guys, like girls. What matters is the fact that this person has issues, that they feel murder is the way to resolve those issues.
Listening in there, talking about the exact question, talking about shooters and active shooter situations. That was a question to Charlie Kirk there on the campus at UVU as that single shot rang out, striking the conservative commentator in the neck. And we are still monitoring what condition he is in right now. Critical last check, and at last check also a suspect has not been apprehended by authorities. As we're following all of it here on Live Now from Fox, and different lawmakers responding. This is a live picture right now.
I'm trying to see if I can.
Washington, D.C. We could get some comments from Speaker Mike Johnson here in just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. Until then, well, let's bring in right now Deseret News reporter on Capitol Hill, Cami Mondo. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. We just spoke with your colleague on the ground in
So apparently, an eyewitness to Wednesday's shooting of Charlie Kirk in Utah said the suspected gunman shouted, "I do it again."
Right. Ever since this happened,
Radical
and the news
leftist.
broke, this has been one of those moments where I think I've seen the most people react so quickly. You're seeing reactions from both Republicans and Democrats just decrying and condemning this incident all around the place. You're seeing Republicans who are urging prayer for Charlie Kirk. His condition is not known, and House Speaker Johnson, like you just said, just held a moment of silence and prayer on the House floor. Everybody across the room, Republicans and Democrats, including reporters and even just guests, took a moment and stood up for this moment. But as of
So
right now,
like
you know,
I'm
details are
saying,
not
I'm
really
getting a
known,
report
but
here letter
clear
from
that this is
Breaking
a very
911 that
somber
he has
moment.
passed.
Yeah, obviously very somber moment. We potentially could hear Speaker Mike Johnson there at the microphone.
Assassinated at the age of 31.
Can
Holy
you talk to us
shit.
about how close some of these lawmakers are to Charlie Kirk, his influence on them, or the other way around? How important, how much is Charlie Kirk moving the movement in the GOP party?
Absolutely. Charlie Kirk is one of those, household names that you don't really see in this kind of conservative media landscape, but he is very close friends with a lot of lawmakers. Senator Mike Lee from Utah just spoke with him over the weekend, actually, was on a guest on his podcast. You see a lot of Republicans who speak with him, whether it's on his podcast or they do events with him. And so there is like a sense of sadness, obviously, from these Republicans, but even some of them are a little bit angry, it seems, that, this political violence that's affecting, one of their friends. And so I've seen a lot of staffers who have also been really upset about the news. And so it's really just touching pretty much everybody on Capitol Hill right now.
Yeah, and we talk about that quite a bit, especially after the 2 attempted assassinations of then candidate Donald Trump. The temperature continues to be raised in that way, and not necessarily a good one. Is that the sentiment from lawmakers about that concern over political tension and political violence?
Absolutely. The comments that we got from Speaker Johnson, just briefly going into the House chamber, is that, he was kind of lamenting that this scene of political violence that, as you've said, has become
This is
all too
insane
common.
right now, dude.
It's
This
something
is like a
that he says this
historical
country
fucking moment
shouldn't be
in this
known
world,
for. This isn't
this
who we
country.
are, and that we really need to find a turning point where this no longer is the case and something that, we're no longer just accustomed to. And so that's definitely something that I'm sure will even be part of the conversations moving forward. Everyone is just really upset. I'm sure you'll see a lot more.
No one understands.
There it is, right there.
The heart of the youth in the
It's
United
official.
States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially
Holy
me.
shit.
And now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. That from President Trump moments ago, literally 3 minutes ago. Here
It's
at
official.
Broadcasting Network.
Charlie Kirk is not here.
Of this and
Holy shit, dude.
confirmed, as you can see.
This
that
is
the
fucking
leader of the free
crazy.
world has posted this message. Let's go
31.
to Justine Brooke Murray. Okay, so it looks like Justine now has. All right. Well, that's the latest right there, guys. So what we know as of right now, the stories that we've been monitoring here is that the shooter is possibly still at large. That's one thing that we are still monitoring here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. So I'm going to read it.
This
one
is
more time,
fucking
and we'll end this
insane.
broadcast as it's 4:44
The great-
Eastern Time, Wednesday, September 10th. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. And we pray in Jesus' name, God, that you move by your Spirit and help us out during this very difficult time in our country. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. It's a very difficult day here in America.
This is insane. Dude, until they get the killer, it's going to be fucking, dude, it's. Things are going to get really, really bad. Really bad, dude. Doesn't. Damn. So Charlie Kirk is officially gone, people. It's
Let me just take a quick glance. Turning Point USA. Fox News 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
Has died at 31 after being shot at a college event. President Trump confirms he leaves behind a wife and 2 children.
Dude, he's only 31. That's fucking crazy.
Chaos Felix, is this what happens when you get too much into politics?
No.
Okay.
Because this is stuff that's, I mean, we'll see. I don't want to make any.
Dude, this is fucking crazy right now.
Directly handpicking potential leaders for the new Trump administration, cabinet secretaries and other senior government officials weighing in saying that they were key to the new government. And he was hosting, in this case, as you can see there on the 10th, the American Comeback
He was
Tour,
shot
which was
literally after he put this mic down right there.
tour that was set to go
And
to
he
other campuses
opened
across
up
the
right
country. They
here
really
and
draw
blood came pouring
thousands
out.
of people, mostly students, mostly men. And as you see there on the tent, it says, "Prove me wrong." He had this
Congressman, Fox News contributor. Jason, you were there. I could hear how upset you are in your voice, and I think we all are feeling it. And I just, but you were there. So tell us what happened.
Yeah, that happened like 35 minutes ago. I was there. I was up kind of on the second level because I wanted to be in the shade, but our daughter was there, our son-in-law was there, my wife was there, friends. This is our community. And, you know, there's 2,000 or so people. The Utah Valley University is our largest university, 40,000 students, and people came out to hear the dialogue, the back and forth. Ask them anything. That's what Turning Point and Charlie Kirk's all about. Ask them anything. First question was about religion. He went on for about 15, 20 minutes. Second question, interestingly, was about transgender shooters, mass shooters. And in the midst of that,
This is crazy.
the shot rang out. Now, I happen to be watching Charlie. I can't say I saw blood. I can't
No,
say
I saw
him
a
get
lot of it.
shot, but as soon
I
as
did,
that
and
shot
it's
went out,
it's not
he
good.
fell back into
There
the
was no
left.
way in hell, from what I saw, somebody survives that shot. I mean, like I said, he was shot
A lot of people started screaming.
like right here on either
and
side,
then everybody
and
started
blood
running, as you might
was
expect.
just like literally right
There was some police presence, but there was no security check going
here, and just
Didn't happen.
like a
Charlie had
fucking
some,
river, dude. It was
security in
just
front of him,
just.
But you got the sense that the shot came kind of straight at him, and I don't think there would be many vantage points too far away because he was under an awning. It's a bright, sunny, beautiful summer, end of summer day.
This is
in
crazy,
Utah.
dude. This dude was it's like this guy is just
and I
a
just
huge
hope and
conservative
pray
influencer,
that
just
somehow, some way
gunned
he
down
survives.
violently.
Jason, we're just looking at the video of Charlie tossing hats. It's a gorgeous day, as you just said. Huge smile on his face, which is his usual composure. And he's getting up onto that stage. This is the kind of thing, and everyone can see it in the upper hand right-hand side of the screen right now, that he does. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of vitality, a lot of very astute conversation and analysis of the state of the country. And he climbed up on that stage like he always does and started taking questions. I just want to give the
It's gonna
full
get real
statement.
bad,
It's a
real
short statement, and I know we're
quick
gonna
in this
hear more
country.
from President Trump as we get more information. But this is the full statement. He said, "We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom. God bless him." And President Trump knows what it's like to be shot at. He was the subject of 2 assassination attempts that were thankfully averted. One obviously hit his ear. And in this case, we're seeing something that looks much more serious, I think is fair to say at this point, as we wait for more information about how Charlie is doing. So give us a sense of this space, Jason. Were there security checkpoints on the way in here? What was it like in terms of who could get in?
So in that shot, I was standing to off to the right. I wasn't right next to him. Like I said, I was up on the balcony. I had traded messages with Charlie prior to the event. When he announced he was coming, I was excited, told him we want to come see him. Then I sent him text saying, "Hey, Hope I can see you afterwards. Our family loves Charlie. Wanted to get, see him again. Look, this is classes are now back in session. Kids
Yeah,
can
school
come
just
and
started,
go.
dude.
I would say that it's, if I had to guess, 95% local students. Like I said, it's our state's largest university. There were some members that weren't students that were there, but very few. No security checkpoints. It's a very open campus. It's very much a commuter campus. Come on, Orem, Utah is one of the safest places on the planet. And so we just don't have these types of things. We don't have murders, let alone shootings, let alone something of this magnitude. And like I said, there was a light police presence. I'm sure, I hope, there were some undercover people. Charlie has his own a bit of security, but not to deal with, a couple thousand people that were there to see Charlie. They had microphone challenges because there were so many people, they couldn't get all the volume that they wanted. People are having a hard time hearing. But I think when this story is written, I don't think it was a coincidence that the shot rang out when you get a question about transgender mass shootings. That maybe, hopefully I'm wrong. I'll probably get criticized for jumping to conclusions, but I'm just telling you, in the 30 minutes or so,
This is insane, dude.
I don't think that's a coincidence, but we'll see.
This is fucking crazy right now.
Jason, obviously there's a lot of images out there, a lot of video out there right now, but the university says that they have a suspect in custody. Did you have any sense of anyone in the crowd who was being taken down by people around this person? Anything of that?
Well, look, as soon as I saw Charlie go back, you realized that it was a shot. I've
Yeah.
been shooting. I've been around guns enough to know that it was an actual shot. And immediately, I started thinking of our daughter and our son-in-law and my wife, who wasn't quite in the venue yet. So my attention, focused there and making sure they were okay and getting people out. It wasn't as if there was a whole bunch of gunfire. It was one shot.
Which makes it,
and then it stopped.
Yeah, obviously sound.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
This is crazy, dude. This is fucking insane right now.
Attempt and it sounds from what you're saying that it was clearly aimed at Charlie Kirk and
100%.
Sort of a spraying in the crowd. Thank God of gunfire. It appears that this was a very targeted attempt on his life. And
dude, if the suspect is someone we think it is, it's not. It's going to be terrible, terrible.
It can appear in America over the last 10 years, counting or not counting gang violence. Great.
And as he's talking about gang violence, too, it happened. Yeah, it's just hard to watch. Fuck.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Dude, I'm 35. He's only 31.
By the way, we are not going to do our Mario Kart stream tonight. Krista is informed the team we're going to be canceling that. So it just doesn't seem right to play a fucking video game when you've got fucking world burning right now.
I can't believe this is real. This
no
is
Mario Kart
insane.
tonight on Geeks and Gamers Play. I might just, I may do some stuff tonight. I mean, personally, you know what I want to do? I want to go fucking hang out with my family. That's what I want to fuck.
How vulnerable he really was. Andrew Colvett, who is Kirk's spokesperson, is reporting this. Indeed, it's confirmed he's dead. The president has said this as well. Speaker Mike Johnson weighing in on this.
This is insane,
Ron
dude.
Boebert of Colorado asked for someone to lead a prayer out loud there on the House. Several Democrats objected. Democrats are objecting to having a prayer for Charlie Kirk.
What?
Anna Paulina Luna began shouting angrily at the other side when she heard that the Democrats were objecting. And they were objecting because they said, other shooters hadn't been given the same treatment. So of course they have to turn this into something. Can you guys not just give a simple prayer for someone? You know what? We are praying right now. We're praying because we no longer have.
And that's the idea of Charlie Kirk, is that he'd answer things from anybody. And you can come stand. So there's that little grassy area, and there's security there, but you can come walk up there. They hand you a microphone, and you can ask and interact with Charlie.
This is insane,
But
dude.
the person
All because the guy had an
asking
open
the
discourse and
question,
let people ask
I don't
questions
think,
and talk.
Again, if I had to guess, I don't think was the shooter. I think it happened behind that person. But
It had to come from this
I'm
area.
still in shock that it happened.
Of course. We're all just processing this, and you were there with your family. Obviously, you're shaken up, but you're doing a great job of keeping us informed on the lay of the land here and what happened. He was tossing hats that said 47 on them, obviously in support of President Trump. What hospital would be the hospital that he would be taken to, or anyone who's injured in that area would be taken to, Jason?
Well, fortunately, we have a really good hospital, Utah Valley University.
And it's close by.
Utah Valley Hospital.
There he is too, right before
All
the incident. Damn.
Level 1 trauma situations, if I get the numbers right, the highest degree of trauma. We're not used to dealing with a lot of shootings here in Utah, quite frankly. But
Yeah, Utah's
you
a
had to extract
pretty
somebody and get
safe
them there.
area.
That's
Takes one. All it takes is one crazy radical person
I don't know
to
how quickly they
do
were able
something.
to do that, but there is a very, very good medical situation right there. And then, of course, there are other options, but the closest one is right there in Provo. This happened in Utah.
Yeah, he was shot right here and fell this way.
At off of I-15.
And if you saw the video like I saw from the close angles, it was instant. He was gone. There was no way in hell he was going to make it. I knew he was gone.
And between BYU,
It was just so instantaneously. It was insane.
There's about 100,000 students. So we got a big student population. And this was a great afternoon.
Oh, they were live.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last...
And Democrat radicals. For years, they demonized conservatives like Kirk and Trump as existential threats, with Biden's inflammatory speeches and Harris's radical agenda painting them as enemies to be eradicated.
Of young conservatives in America, founder of TPUSA.
This is not good, people. It's going to get very ugly in this country very, very quickly.
Of his generation, probably the most important, has died. He was shot at a speaking event in Utah. He was shot in a horrible irony at an event where he was willing to hear out everyone's point of view and take questions and debate topics in a civil and political way, as he demonstrated better than anybody for years at this point. The president has confirmed Charlie's death. He tweeted out, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica."
This is insane, dude. This is crazy right
we love
now.
you.
Like,
Obviously, President Trump has a long-standing relationship with Charlie. Charlie was a big part of how President Trump was elected in 2024 and how he was elected in 2016, for that matter. A generational voice, the generational voice in politics. And it's on that point that as we're all processing this awful news, the first thing that comes to my mind,
Tomorrow's
beyond
9/11
the
too.
sadness for his family, for his wife, his young kids,
Dude, he's only 31. His parents have got to be.
admirers, and his many, many friends, is that Charlie Kirk would have been president. Charlie Kirk would have been president. His friends knew it. His many, many admirers knew it. And his enemies, to whom he was always so gracious, they knew it too. Everybody knew it. I remember from, actually, I think even before I first met Charlie, so now we're talking many, many years ago, people would joke. They'd say, well, we're all going to be working for Charlie Kirk someday. The first time I met Charlie was in a green room of a cable news outlet.
His mother is a mental
We were
health
in
counselor, and his
LA.
father's an
It was
architect.
for a morning show, so this was 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. I lived in LA at the time. I was slumped over half asleep. Charlie, I don't know where he was living. Charlie lived on airplanes. And he shows up, bouncing off the walls, full of energy, just wanted to talk about everything. He, of course, was able to reach the very heights of media, of politics, of activism, of American public life. And so then I think, all right, why did we all
4:40 p.m. he was
have such
announced dead.
confidence
That's
that
insane.
Charlie would be president?
This is.
Well, he looked the part. Very, very.
He could have been
tall.
president one day.
I used to joke.
Great
with him that he
speaker,
was
great
descended from the
policies.
Nephilim.
He would have been a great
very tall,
conservative
good-looking
leader.
guy,
Yeah, he's
extraordinarily
tall.
articulate. That's part of it.
This is
Very,
insane,
very
dude. This is
sharp.
crazy.
So sharp that he dropped out of college.
Mhm.
That's how you know that someone's very intelligent these days.
Yeah, he saw how much of a scam college
Self-educated
was and dropped
largely, but
out.
So unbelievably curious.
He's very smart.
So he would do fellowship programs. He would read. He would ask for books to read. He would, and I think a lot of people think that when you look at someone in politics, especially at the height that Charlie was at, that all they ever want to do is talk about politics.
He
And
just
when
got
they
married
see-
in
when they
2021,
see
and he
each
has
other, he
two
sees
very
other
young
friends around the
kids.
country, and that isn't true. He was much more interested in talking about the thing.
I
that
think his
you were
one daughter is
interested
about to turn
in. And he
2.
was interested in it because he just wanted to get as much knowledge as he could from all of these experts around him, and from all of the people who weren't expert but just had a special interest. And Charlie's interests were so varied, but at their core, they were not merely political in the quotidian sense. They were deeply philosophical, and the fact that he had no formal philosophical training is probably why he was so good at it and interested in it. And then ultimately, it was religious. So I think why did we all think Charlie?
I
would be
can't watch the video again.
He looked the part. He was extremely effective at political organizing. He could raise money like nobody's business for a very good cause. He could persuade people through his extraordinary ability to articulate ideas. But I think really what it comes down to is his virtue. And I think this is why everyone knew, his friends, his admirers, and even the enemies that a life in public
Dude,
will engender.
if they catch
They
a
all kind of
suspect,
go
or when they catch a suspect, and it's
exemplified
someone we think it is,
The four
it's going to
cardinal
get very
virtues:
ugly in this country
prudence,
very fast, people.
temperance, justice, and fortitude. Extremely prudent. He was just the most skilled political person of his generation, of our generation.
You shot right there.
Temperance. Nobody was more temperate. I'm not sure the guy ever had a drink. I certainly never saw him have a drink. He was so disciplined.
Yeah, he didn't drink or
so
do drugs or
temperate,
smoke.
where he got so much of his energy from. Justice, extremely fair to people. In fact, more than fair to people. Always willing to give people what they deserve and more than they deserve. And fortitude, which is the prerequisite of all of the other virtues. The fact that this guy would go into very hostile territory all the time, not worry about it at all. In events that were open in the air, as this event, where he was fatally shot at a university in Utah. No big fences, no
This is
big
insane.
crowds of people, most of them
He's done
adoring
hundreds of
fans,
these talks.
Some curious people willing to be persuaded, and unfortunately, a
And by the way,
handful
YouTube, this is all
of
for educational
vandals,
purposes.
Very, very wicked people. Beyond the cardinal virtues, I think that if you know Charlie at all, even if you don't know him personally, if you just
This is bad,
followed him,
people.
as
I'm
most
gonna-
Americans have over the years, you'll see the three theological virtues. That's what he cared about. That's all he and I ever talked about. That is sometimes on camera, often off camera.
I'm gonna end it here. I'm just sick to my stomach. Just want to say, we lost a good man today. And all he did was sit down and talk to any political view you had. He would sit down and talk to you and debate you. That was it. Nothing crazy. And unfortunately, he lost his life for just us having a civil discourse